It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. I'm not going to be on here very long, but I did want to have a quick talk with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Getting into Drake, Sexyy Red, Kendrick Lamar, and this viral video that's been circulating online of this school teacher who had some young ladies that were taking braids out of his hair. There was a lot of outrage, a lot of people supporting him, just a lot of conversation going on around this video. I want to talk about that with y'all in a minute. There's also a new updated video of him. I think he was either laid off, fired, or put on leave. Either way it goes, he has a follow-up video. So we're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to try to move about these topics as swimmingly as possible because I don't have a lot of time, but I did want to create another video, another discussion, just to end this Friday off, because I typically try to give y'all 2 videos a day if I can, you know what I mean? So number one, breaking news, or at least breaking news to me, it was brought to my attention during the last stream that Drake is actually in the market to sell his Los Angeles home. I've got an article here on Forbes, I guess a few days ago, in the midst of the battle with Kendrick, this house was put up. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all so that y'all can see this article as I'm reading it, and try to get into what the hell's going on. Somebody was in my comments and was like, hey man, Kendrick won, Drake selling his house in the US, selling all his US homes. He's going back to Toronto and he ain't going to be coming back to the States. I don't know if he's not coming back to the States. He makes way too much money out here. May not live here, but best believe he not finna abandon that bag. He got paid by too much. He paid too much by Universal for him to abandon the US bag. You know what I'm saying? Reports say Kendrick Lamar is actually more popular in Canada than he is, as a matter of fact. So whew. Hey man, I just want y'all to know I'm not nobody's lapdog, so we not dog piling on Drake. We just giving information and updates as I receive them. If there was anything coming out on Kendrick, I would speak about that as well. But unfortunately, he lives a boring life, as he stated on 616 in LA. So there's not much to tell. Let's get to the story though. All right. Rapper Drake lists sprawling Beverly Hills mansion for $88 million. The article states Rich Flex, Toronto-born Grammy Award-winning rapper Drake, is offloading his palatial Los Angeles home for a whopping $88 million. The artist purchased the home last spring from British rocker Robbie Williams and his wife Ada Field for $75 million. So he's had this home for just a year. Wow. I wonder what the motivation is, trying to flip it to get an extra 13 mil out of the deal. They say while it's not known exactly why he's selling, it's obvious why he purchased the home in the first place. The Tuscan-style home is situated on a 19.7-acre plot of land and tucked into the verdant hills of Benedict Canyon. Ideal for privacy seekers like the one-dance musician, the home is located at the end of a cul-de-sac and behind private gates. Designed by globally renowned architect KAA Associates, the property spans 24,260 square feet and has 10 bedrooms and 22 bathrooms. So it seems like this might have been a place for him to settle. And now things have gotten a little unsettling. Perhaps. I don't know. Furthermore, they say the resort-style home looks plucked out of the Tuscan countryside with lush landscaping, including an orchard, mature olive trees, ancient oaks, and manicured lawns. There are also incredible city, ocean, and mountain views from nearly every inch of the property. There is a circular mortar court, and these are photos, as you can see, with water fountains and a grand columned entryway that welcomes you into the home. I would guess these photos were before Drake moved in. While not as extravagant and ostentatious as his 50,000 square foot contemporary Toronto home, which he custom built, this LA manse has a more low-key and sleek contemporary design. There's a distinct California aesthetic with rare marbles, light wood floors, arched ceilings, and large windows in each room. There's a double-height foyer with a sweeping grand staircase plus a living room with 2 fireplaces. The grand living spaces are filled with natural lights thanks to nearly floor-to-ceiling curved windows and light wood floors. There's also a cozy library with built-in cabinets, fireplace, and arched French windows, plus a formal dining room, gourmet kitchen with a breakfast room, and 2 family rooms. One of the family rooms doubles as a professional screening room. In case anyone here is in the market for an $88 million home, Forbes is giving you all of the deets. The main house has 7 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, and a pool guest house with a mosaic tiled pool and indoor-outdoor kitchen. There's also a hidden tennis court with an orchard and an 11-car garage. An elevator, wine cellar, gym, and game room completes the lavish amenities on property. As this is a celebrity favorite home, it only makes sense that there are 3 extra in-suite bedrooms for staff. It's also an ideal residence for those who love to entertain and host parties with its large kitchen and several gathering spots. Of particular note is the sprawling primary suite, which has its own deep private terrace overlooking the backyard, pool, and views. The in-suite bathroom has an entire living room, a massive closet, dressing room, vanity, and grand marble soaking tub. This salon-like bathroom and closet area is bigger than most people's homes or apartments. For this feature alone, it's easy to see what makes it so appealing. Well, as appealing as it was, Drake's trying to offload that bitch for $88 million. Nearly every aspect of the home is bespoke, with exceptional high-quality materials and custom fixtures and features. Brandon and Rainey Williams of the Beverly Hills Estates are co-listing the property with Mark Breder of Maywood Property Group. Shout out to Jean Gray for putting this on my radar, and shout out to others that commented about this. Now, I don't know if there's any sort of looming investigation on Drake. We don't know that part. Some people believe this is why he's offloading the house or trying to sell it so he can get up out of there before anything happens in the States. He could cross the border back to Toronto and live the rest of his life secluded. He's made hell of a lot of money. So, I mean, if that was the case, if he wanted to do that, I guess he could on some, but I don't know if that's the case. I'm not finna put that on him. I don't know what his intentions are in selling that home. I don't know how much time he's actually spent in that home since he bought it in the past year. It might just be a better asset to sell than to keep, for all I know. You know what I'm saying? There's enough questionable stories out here on Drake that would definitely lend some sort of, at bare minimum, curiosity about this. But I can't say that is the reason or the sole purpose of him selling. We're just going to have to sit back and wait and see what else comes out in the future. Okay? But again, it does lend at least some questions. What about the house in Calabasas though? Does he still own that, or is he selling that too? We'll see. All right. Now, as it pertains to his opponent, Kendrick Lamar, there was an interesting video that surfaced online in my city of Atlanta, where a content creator on TikTok went around the Beltline here in Atlanta asking people who they felt was the winner in this battle. All right. It was pretty much, I wouldn't say unanimous, because there were a couple folks that did vote for Drake. But for the most part, Atlanta is siding with Kendrick. I'm going to go ahead and run that video for y'all so y'all can see for yourselves what we got going on here. And if you went around most major cities in America right now, I'm sure the sentiments are primarily being echoed. But let's see what the people are saying. This is good to just get out of the studio with it. Actually see what's going on the grounds. Get real people's reactions, not just on YouTube or on, content creators. But let's see what folks walking around shopping, getting a little exercise, having fun with their families feel.
Yo, we over here at Cross Street Market. The white folk done took over Atlanta. I don't see nothing but dirty sneakers. Finna walk to the bed line, kept some folks and I guess riding bikes or some shit. I don't know. Who y'all got, Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with him for now, yeah.
Who the hell y'all got, Kendrick or Drake, winning this shit?
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Hold up. This nigga had Hey man, if you don't understand the Atlanta dialect, I understand, I get it. But for him to walk up to somebody and say, "Who the hell y'all got?" That is extremely Atlantean of him. Let's carry on.
Wow, Jeff, finna ask you that. Look at the shirt. Look at the nigga shirt. Zoom in on his shirt.
Shit, that's crazy.
Who you rocking with, gang?
Oh, Kendrick, man.
Yeah.
He broke down the nigga character. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like Kendrick or Drake?
It gotta be Drake.
You going Drake?
I'm going Drake.
Okay, you the first one chose Drake out of 56 people.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, bro, eating ice cream with the long johns on and shut. It cold and hot at the same time. Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
Drake or Kendrick?
Oh, Kendrick.
Kendrick or Drake, bro?
Kendrick.
You said what?
Kendrick.
Why you rocking with Kendrick?
Cuz, that nigga Drake sorry as fuck, bro. Bro, that's the ass light skin. Hey, bro, you seen that nigga drop 2 disses on his ass. That nigga responded, dropped another diss in 2 hours.
I'm with my boy out here selling the, what kind of dog they are, bro?
Exotic bullies.
That motherfucker stacking. What we all rocking with on that rap shit between goddamn Drake and Kendrick?
I gotta rock with Kendrick, man. Drake ain't no street nigga.
Yeah. For sure.
Straight up.
Tell these folks where they can get that shit.
Hey, man, 21-4L killer, man. Tap in.
How you feeling, little bro? Kendrick or Drake?
Shit, Drake.
I don't know what Atlanta view on this whole little Drake and Kendrick shit. Look, who you got?
Bro, I ain't gonna count, bro. I've been minding my business. I don't know what the fuck them niggas beefing about, bro.
Kendrick been talking that shit. Drake got the melodies and shit. He more melodic. But King
What the fuck is melodic? He got the melodies. He way more melodic, goddamn. We about to goddamn go up to the QT and shit, where we gonna get some gas. I'm gonna see homeboy at the motherfucking gas thing. We gonna see if we can get some gas from him too, goddamn. We gonna get some goddamn, give me a couple little snicker, motherfucker, man. Then we gonna hit up Greenbrier Mall, you know what I'm saying? We gonna hit the American Deli and shit, bro. Give me a 6-pack of goddamn, hell yeah. Melodic ass ding, boy. Goddamn, we finna play some of that goddamn Drake shit, boy. That nigga hella melodic, nigga. What the? Whoa. This is too much, man.
Kendrick been talking that shit, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. I had to
So
go.
you rocking with Kendrick, man. That show, man. Atlanta fucking with that boy Kendrick, man. Yo, for sure, man. Hey, Future, you know we gonna rock with Future for sure.
Hey, y'all better not come at that boy Future.
Y'all better not do that. Y'all know Pluto the King.
Big shout out to One Young Big Homie for that. All right, that was entertaining. At the bare minimum, very entertaining. And y'all see the consensus in the city of Atlanta. They choose Kendrick Lamar. All right, that's that. I think most of us can kind of agree with that, but I know there's some Drake fans out there, and hey, man, rock with Drake. Continue to listen to his music, stream his music, play push-ups and Family Matters. Continue to watch the video. Support who you like. That's all I got. That's all I can say for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just that at this current moment, the way They Not Like Us is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? The instant reaction from the people. The fact that it has 130 million or some, no, I think 30 million views, which is the most viewed song in the battle. It's winning on popular vote. It's winning on the numbers front. Yeah. And at this point, people are now waiting to see if Kendrick is going to drop a music video for the song to really drive that point home. A lot of people are speculating on how that's going to be. I've also seen people that are talking about the 11-year-old girl in that Kendrick was talking about in Meet the Grams. They're saying this is real. They're saying this is valid. They're saying there really is an 11-year-old girl that recently had a birthday that is allegedly Drake's. These are coming from people that at the bare minimum have about 6 degrees of separation from Kendrick Lamar. He's not saying this himself. Top Dog and them are not saying this themselves. But there's people that are associated with the camp that say She just had an 11th birthday, and the homies were present. And if Drake wants to take this beef or thing any further, or try to dig up any dirt on Kendrick and try to toss it out there, that might be a moment where this gets revealed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a little bit over the top to leverage that and then put her identity out there on the heels of the battle. Hopefully, maybe we're just gonna have to let this thing go. We might just have to let it stand where it's at. Seems that there's a lot at stake here, especially for an innocent child that has nothing to do with any of this. Didn't ask to be here, didn't ask to be thrown into this. You know what I'm saying? So at least at this current moment, her identity is protected. But the way they're making it seem is it's a woman in LA. That's how it feels, because it's some LA people that are confirming this. So Drake may have, I don't know. I can't say what's right or wrong, if it's true or not. I'm just saying this is the narrative that's being pushed online. And they're saying if he wants to take it further, then at least all parties on Kendrick's side are prepared. I say just let him put the music video out. Leave that nigga alone. Leave that man alone. All right? Hey, man, let him live with the boogeyman shit, man. Let him have that. You already selling your crib. You know what I'm saying? You're hella melodelic, clearly. You might want to go back to singing your melodies and making the people dance away their hands and no be no threat. Because we would rather not. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people out there that live for the mess and would love to see things go that far so we can actually see what's going on. But in the realm of being a real normal person, we don't need that shit, man. All right? Now, when it comes to the speculation of the music video, Daylight, who's also a rapper associated with TDE, he's not signed to TDE, but he's very close to all of them. He was seen having a great time dancing to Not Like Us in some sort of club setting. A lot of people were wondering if this was the music video or if it was a scene from the music video. That theory has been debunked by Carl Cherry. For those of y'all that may not know who Carl Cherry is, excuse me, he's an industry executive. I believe Carl works at Spotify. But let me check that for verification. But I believe he's at Spotify. Yeah, he's been with them for a little minute. Okay. So Carl Cherry took to Twitter and he responded to a viral page called It's a Vibe, and he posts quite a bit. They have a podcast also. And he says, rumors say they were filming a music video for Kendrick's Not Like Us last night. Is that LeBron in the background? So Daylight posted this video of himself dancing, and LeBron James was also in the background doing a little two-step. He wasn't singing along to the lyrics. We know LeBron and Drake have been friends for the majority of both of their careers. He was getting a little two-step on, but he wasn't singing none of the lyrics. So maybe that was his act of solidarity with his friend, staying neutral. The beat is nice, but I'm not going to rap it. Carl Cherry then comes out and says, let's dead that rumor now. I was there. LeBron was there, but this wasn't a music video shoot for They Not Like Us. It was a party for free lunch. FL is Branch and Shaw's agency, right? So this was just a regular party. It was a good night on the town. Folks were having a good time. And it just so happens that Carl Cherry was there, LeBron James was there, and Daylight, who is the least known, or I mean, I guess maybe he's more known than Carl Cherry. But some people of note were there, and this was just a Thursday night party. All right? So for anyone that thought that the video was coming soon, they say it is. That's what the chatter is. But that particular event has no connection to it, at least at this moment. All right? So there's that. Now, in other music news, we've got Sexyy Red on the docket. Sexyy Red is under a little bit of scrutiny right now, especially from the Barbs. They're angry. They're outraged. They're trying to pull their support from her completely, saying, hey, we're not going to stand for this shit, because a whiteboard in Sexyy Red's studio showed that she may have songs with some of Nicki's ops. Okay? So let's just take a look at this whiteboard here. I can't make it all that big, because then it would probably stretch it too big, but we'll do what we can. Let's see, can I change the orientation of this? Give me a second, y'all. All right, so the track list says here, songs to complete. Gangsta Bitch, Hood Bitches Winning, featuring Glorilla JT. So that would be Glorilla and JT on the same song, which would be very interesting. You Know What I'm Saying. I don't know, what is that? Does that say Lakia? I don't know what that says there. I won't even try to speculate. This is a song called what? Pick Me, featuring Ice Spice, which of course the Barbs are trying to pull their resources from Ice Spice. With the whole JT thing, we're not sure how they feel about her. It seems like anyone not named Nicki Minaj is actually on the chopping block. Anyone associated with her, they say the buck is stopping. That's what I've heard. This other song, I don't know what the fuck, because it looks like it's half erased. What does that song say? Fake Jammin'. Post-production, Sexy in This Bitch, Sport featuring Cardi B. Interesting. Cardi and Sexyy Red, that might be, hey, y'all know Cardi came out and said she had a song that's different with somebody, but she got a verse on it that, whoa. I'm not going to speculate too far because I don't know what Cardi got in her bag, but it's a possibility. Right? The rest of the songs, it looks like the features are not listed, but Sexy's been getting some scrutiny for this track list. And the funny thing about the scrutiny she's receiving is that I'm not mad at it. I don't even like Sexyy Red, but the fact that she's out here doing her stuff, I'm not mad at it, right? But she basically got bullied into coming out and having to speak about this situation, right? So Sexyy Red comes out and clears the air about the features on the whiteboard. She says, I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but on my kids, stop playing with me. Y'all playing crazy for real. My team presented me with a board of ideas I never seen before, and I simply corrected the board, as you can see, in red. Who gonna check me, boo? Tape dropping soon. The fuck, tap in Sexy We Trust. So she says that those song titles that were on the board, they are just ideas from her team, right? The songs may even already be laid down, some of them. You know what I'm saying? They may already have beats. They may already have lyrics on them. But I guess the team probably was looking to see, okay, who should we get on these particular songs, right? Oh, lick me, not pick me, excuse me. So she ends up posting her own photo to clarify what's going on. And she says that any writing on that photo that's in red is her writing compared to what the team put up. So I'm going to share a photo of that as well, just so we can get clarification. I'm sure nobody really gives too much of a fuck about Sexyy Red's track list, you know what I'm saying? But this is what's going on right now. And we talk about what's going on for the most part. So let me drop this on in here. Drop. You feel me? So this is the new version from Sexyy Red. It does look like the handwriting is different, so we'll give that a little bit of credence, right? She put her own songs on here. One, TTG, Another one, Sexy Money, Outside, Get It Sexy. Ain't that's already out, ain't it? Lick Me featuring Skilla and Sport. They wanted to get Cardi B on Sport. This might be the time where they take her off Sport because she didn't put a feature on there. So perhaps she's being bullied by the fan base or by the Barbs in particular to not have Cardi on that song, even though it was a good idea. I think that would have been honestly a good branding idea. It would have, you know what I'm saying? I don't enjoy Sexy Red's music, but clearly she's not going anywhere for the rest of the year. So if she were to get the features that she wanted on there or the features that they suggested, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? If she's going to be out here, if she's going to be placed in front of us, if she's going to be given the resources to always be in our face, then at least let her have some good artists on the songs with her rather than by herself. I think that's a smart move. Okay? That's just me. Bow. Goodbye. So there's that from Sexy. I honestly, just taking up for her as an artist and as a person, I don't think she should have to play those games on picking a side on who she wants to collaborate with. I think if Sexy Red is able to collaborate with Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, Glorilla, JT, if she has the opportunity to work with all of them and put out a motherfucking super EP, super album featuring all these artists, I don't give a fuck, man. You should not be worried about offending somebody's fan base or offending some other artist that you did not grow up with. You didn't get signed to. You didn't fucking work as a roadie on their, you know what I'm saying? You didn't work on a roadie as their tour and work your way up to becoming a superstar under their tutelage. If you don't have that type of connection with nobody, you shouldn't have to make career decisions based on how they're going to feel. The shit is whack. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I hope that she learns that she doesn't have to play those games because you're signed to Gamma. Gamma is a huge independent conglomerate with a lot of fucking money behind it. Let them give you the right ideas to steer your career. Even if I don't enjoy your music, even if I get tired of seeing you on my screen, it's not about me. Right? She's got a life to live. She's got a career to try to set up. And if she's trying to do it the way that's going to work for her and give her the best possible project, that's what her team is supposed to be focusing on. And that's just that. And if she flops and goes away, it'll be a favor for me. But just looking at it logically, that's what makes sense. All right? Moving along. We're going to try to keep this thing moving swimmingly. Now, again, I told you at the top of the show, we're going to address this teacher who went viral for having his students take down his braids in class at the school. Y'all know it wasn't too long ago that I told y'all about the teacher that was a rapper, and apparently because she had a nice physique and she wasn't a bad looking lady, when it was found out that she was a rapper, at least one or more of the parents had an issue with her. They got her fired. So then upon her firing out in Michigan, she decided to shoot a music video for one of her songs with her students, I guess as a farewell or at least a see you later. Talked about that, and there was a lot of backlash. There were a lot of people out there that did not like that. They did not like having a teacher make a music video with the students. She was using profanity in the students. She was saying some sexually explicit lyrics in the video. But it seemed like most of the parents in that district, or at least from that school, were mostly supportive of her. In this particular instant, I think up until the moment Homeboy went viral, he was getting mostly support because I believe he was documenting his teaching style and the interactions that he had with students by going live on TikTok. And when somebody questioned him about this particular live, he said that he wanted to get people's feedback. So he took pieces of the live for us to see it, on his timeline, on his feed, where he went super viral, over 3 million views. And then, of course, the other different channels and avenues and different pages that have shared it, millions upon millions of views with everyone sharing an opinion. Now it seems that he may be out of work for trying to get too much dip on his chip. Life was grand when you was just going live on TikTok. But once you get into the big world, that's a whole nother level of scrutiny. That's a whole lot of opinions. And the tables have turned. So let's just play this out real quick. And I would love to get you guys' thoughts on this.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal.
Sir, I don't know why you're trying to stir the pot. You should have kept your motherfucking pot on simmer. I don't even know if you needed to put the rice in the pot. You should have put your motherfucking rice in the you should have got the steamables. You should have got the steamable, put that motherfucker in the microwave. You fucked up. As soon as you said let's stir the pot a little, there's a lot of people that took that motherfucking spoon out your hand. let me let this nigga finish, man. Let me let him finish.
Time I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately.
I tried to let him finish, but I feel like everything that he's saying in the midst of this, it feels like taunting. Am I the only one getting that vibe? When he says, let me make my case, Your Honor, let's stir the pot in the court of public opinion and all of this type of stuff, you're prefacing that. And I understand that, you know, students need guidance. Students need something perhaps more than just book smarts from the teacher, understanding, you know, a trust there. But I just feel like he played a stupid game and won a stupid prize. But I'm gonna keep going. Let this man finish.
After school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child will be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
Not a fan, personally. And the reason why I'm not a fan is because I wasn't sure exactly. I thought they might have been, they looked like they were somewhere between ages of 11 to 13 in my estimation. He says he's a middle school teacher. And, you know, I think there's ways to build connections with your students without them having to take your hair down. Well, this is not the, come on, man, come on and braid my hair. No, we're not doing that, man. We got to understand, as a teacher, as a person that parents do trust, and it's like a blind trust, right? You send your children to school under the impression that they're going to be learning what they're supposed to be learning, that they're going to be protected, they're going to be in safe spaces, and that's pretty much the size of it other than the curriculum. I just don't see what benefit you have as a teacher having these ladies take your hair down because you got something you got to do. You know, planning your hair, it may seem innocent, but I don't get it. I feel like it creates a lack of boundaries to a degree. I also think that it fosters like a crush. Like, you don't know, you say that they see you as a big brother. You say that you look at them as your kids. And I get that as a teacher, you know, I hear that a lot, but they're not your kids. They're not your children. You don't take care of them. You're not that person. And as a parent, especially as a new parent, I'm looking at this like, if I were to have a daughter and I saw her playing in my in her teacher's hair, I wouldn't be happy about that. If I saw that video and I didn't know about it, or if I heard about it, like if I heard my child talking like, yeah, we was taking down the teacher hair, you know, braiding his hair, I'm gonna be like, hey, we ain't doing that no more. You know, this ain't nothing to be punished about, but this is a conversation. Not comfortable with that. That is an adult. He should know how to set boundaries and still show y'all that he cares about y'all. Not to mention, just, yeah, the other students are off playing basketball, doing things on their phones, whatever. But out of this 4 or 5 girls that are taking your hair down, who's to say somebody doesn't feel like they get preferential treatment in the classroom, right? When it comes to their grades, somebody may genuinely get a lesser grade off of their own work on their own merit, but feel like you're grading them on a tougher scale, especially if it's something like an essay or something where it's up to not just black and white answer, but up to your discretion of how good it is. Oh, you graded my essay on a harder scale than hers because she be taking your hair down after class. You know, stuff like that could just brew and fester and create a problem for you as an adult man, as a grown man. You just don't want to put yourself in that line of fire. Tiptoeing the gray area sometimes is dangerous, right? I don't want to harp on this and be too tough on the dude because I don't know what his intentions are. I think for the most part, he sounds like his intentions are good. It sounds like up to this point, he's been above board. But you just never know because this could easily turn into an issue later. This could easily be something that everybody was cool with. And then you look back years later and be like, well, you remember that guy who was getting his hair braided or getting his hair taken down? Yeah, this happened. Wow, I should have known. We should have known better. We saw the red flags. It feels like almost like some brother nature shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is all good and innocent and until it ain't. So when it comes to matters like these, I think it's best to err on the side of safety rather than leaving it up to chance. I don't think too many parents, and I know there's people out there that are advocating for this. There's teachers out there defending him. Even the parents, for the most part, feel like it was unproblematic. As a matter of fact, he's uploaded another video talking about the aftermath of the situation. So I want to play that for y'all. But me personally, I just don't. Nah. All right, but we're going to play the other video.
Amidst all the controversy that has come from this video that I posted, I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me during. Some of the messages that they've been sending me. During this time. Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much, and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you. See you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher. Many of your students and former students are doing our best to advocate for you. You're one of the few teachers that made me really feel like I had a voice and opinion. And not only that, you made learning fun and encouraging. At the end of the day, some people won't understand that some adults genuinely have a good heart. And have a good heart when it comes to dealing with children, and that's probably never going to change. But we know parents, staff, etc. None that there knows that there has never been anything weird going on, and that there was never any insinuation of that. The people that actually matter knows where your heart is, and that's all that matters. During COVID, you quite literally helped me through my 8th grade year by just being an adult I knew I could go to if I was having any problems. It's in you being you, and don't let anyone change that.
for the GOAT. What's up, Mr. White? I know that your situation may not be looking the best, but just know that you'll get through it, and we all know your real intentions. Remember, your
We're going to go ahead and cut that short. He had a whole 3 minutes more of this, basically saying that he was getting support from the students and some of the parents and stuff like that. But, you know, wishing him all the best. There's some people that say he's supposed to be, excuse me, not supposed to be, but that they would love to see him get a role on maybe Abbott Elementary or something like that so he can pivot and land on his feet. And if he does, more power to him. It seems that his intentions were all in the best place. However, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, okay? So I think everything was fine when it was on a small scale, but when you decided to stir the pot, I think the kitchen got a little hot, unfortunately. And we can't control those things, but what made you want to stir the pot? I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't really feel bad for homeboy, because again, you gotta go with the side of safety, because if anything were to pop off at a later time, and I'm not saying he did anything, these videos would be what they would be playing on the news saying somebody should have known. It's just the way the world works. So for further context, I'm going to show y'all this article about a teacher from Atlanta, my city, or around the Atlanta area, who went viral a few years ago for doing a rap with her students. I believe she was a high school teacher, Miss Adriana Williams. The rap was dope. I think she moonlit as an artist at one point and leaned into education. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Some of y'all may have seen this lady. I'm not going to play her video. But some of y'all will recognize this lady. Some of y'all won't. It's okay. But in 2020, Georgia teacher Adriana Williams and her cheer team garnered millions of views on social media. At the time, the group posted a rap video welcoming Monroe Comprehensive High School students back to school. According to Justin Carter with the Shade Room, it was a viral success. However, the self-proclaimed teacher influencer is now back in the spotlight. The married 31-year-old has been accused of having multiple inappropriate sexual encounters with the 12th grade student. All right, we're not going to watch their video. But according to Carter, Williams was arrested on 2 counts of SA by a teacher on December 26, 2023. That was right before this year started. The multiple incidents allegedly occurred at a gas station and bowling alley between November 1st and December 2nd, 2023. On December 15, 2023, the teacher submitted her resignation letter to the Dougherty County School Board amid the ongoing investigation into the assault claims. The school district complied. A statement from a Dougherty County school system spokesperson read, "The Dougherty County Board of Education voted unanimously to accept the resignation of Adriana Williams in lieu of termination, with the understanding that the district will submit the appropriate reports to the Georgia Professional Standards Commission. What will happen to the teacher from here?" Additionally, Carter reports that the Georgia Professional Standards Commission is now reviewing Williams' teaching license. According to Ann Brumbaugh law, the commission can invoke a warning, reprimand, or suspension of up to 3 years after reviews. However, the commission also has the option to revoke Williams' license. WSB-TV, which is one of our news networks here in Georgia, reports that Williams bonded out of jail the same day as her arrest. Carter's adds that the teacher influencer is maintaining her innocence of the alleged crimes. A letter from the teacher's attorney, Julius B. Collins, reads, "Mrs. Williams maintains her innocence and is eager to have this matter resolved." WALB adds that if convicted, Williams could spend up to 1 or up to 20 years in prison for each count. And that's just an example of what type of stuff can happen when you're the cool teacher. We don't know if it's real or if it's not, or if these are just allegations placed on her by resentful students. But in most cases, we try to err on the side of the student saying that something is gone wrong or something's going wrong or something's not right. And for the protection of the kids, the children, you had your opportunity to be a middle or high school student and live and do your thing. We all have. But for those coming up after us, they deserve to have a completely clean slate, go to school, do the things that they need to do. The fun shit is optional. The fun shit is a privilege, not a, you know what I'm saying? It's a privilege. It's not an entitlement. And having the so-called cool teacher, sometimes things happen. When I went to my high school, I learned about a coach that had been tried for some of the same type of shit. And it was rumored like, hey, watch out for him because, you know, Coach Beckham, I met Coach Beckham. It definitely seemed like he had a flirtatious vibe with young ladies at our school, right? Nothing ever happened to him. He got to continue teaching and all of this shit. But you got to side with caution, all right? Let me know what y'all think of all of this stuff. I'm about to sign out. This is longer than I intended it to be. But I'll be back tomorrow with more videos, more content. I'm going to catch y'all later, man. Much love and respect. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.